are listening to the Freeform Rock Podcast with Mark Alden Taylor.
Hi, this is Netta Laurenne from Smackbound, and you're listening to Freeform Rock Podcast. The next song you're going to listen to is Wall of Silence.
All right, welcome to another edition of the Freeform Rock Podcast. Today we have Netta Laurenne. Is that how you say your name?
Yes, that's correct.
Singer, actress, wine importer, and hippie.
Yes.
Yeah, I read your page.
You're the first one to officially introduce me as a hippie, but that's correct.
Well, hippies are cool, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, I used to think of myself as a hippie. I'm a little tiny bit younger than some of them, but hey, I still have the attitude.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about the state of mind.
Yeah, it's about being hip.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of being no nonsense and maybe not getting involved in everything that happens in the world. Maybe not, you know.
Yeah.
So on the peak of things, on the peak of trends, maybe not, but
yeah, you have quality. It's like you know what's good, and what's not good, and
Yeah,
you go with
so.
what's good. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope that hippies know.
Yeah. Right.
So we're talking to you about your debut album with your band Smackbound 2020, and on the back cover you guys wrote, "The name reflects the message of the whole album. It's time for us to all have 2020 vision. We want to get to the bottom of things and cut the bullshit. We show ourselves in the good and the bad, both vulnerable and angry, and ask for honesty and integrity in return. We do this with unconditional love, and by not having lost faith in the world, we call it out for the truth." I thought that was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's my message to the listeners.
Yeah.
So
especially when there's so much music out there that is so plastic and not that good, it's really cool to know that there are groups like yours who are doing really good music, that's your group really doing music. It's not like 20 different producers and songwriters and all that, you know what I mean? You're one of the cool ones.
Hello, this is Netta Laurenne from Smackbound, and you're listening to Freeform Rock Podcast. The next song you're going to listen to is our ballad, The Game.
Guess we all know the game. The rules apply to everyone the same. We aim to play it clean without us breaking. Still open to whatever is waiting. Ascend blind. Once I was a soldier, me don't know what shoulder kept my guard. It wasn't hard, but then he stumbled on me. My walls crumbled before him. I was humming, and without knowing, disarmed the cloud. He was a cherry by the sky. Disarmed the cloud. The universe shone through his eyes, and he made me trust it all felt just so right. So when he pulls the black hole out, I died. Guess we all suffer the same. The ones who fail to recognize the game. We blame ourselves for seeing none of the signs. So mad we fail to read between the lines. To not confide. Once I was a soldier, me don't know what shoulder
we're trying to keep it, you know, organic and in the family, so they say. So we are trying to do a lot of things with the band. So even the production here was ours. So that decision, and then another decision was to give it up to an outsider to mix, because we don't want to get blinded by what we do. That you have to also trust, you know, your baby to someone else at some point. You have to delegate something. So, but we were extremely happy because we produced the album ourselves, and then we gave it to Jesse Vainio, who is a mastermind.
Right on.
Yeah, and I was also reading that you guys did the band Run for Cover to see how you guys work together.
Yeah.
And I was watching a lot. Man, you guys have a lot of influences with Whitesnake, Dio, Pantera, Yngwie Malmsteen. I was like, dang, these guys like everything I like.
Yeah. And with some of like with Run for Cover, like when you do stuff like Heart and you do Yngwie Malmsteen and all that, it's like you can run the gamut of styles. So I'm wondering, is that an influence as to how you're able to do different styles of music? Like on Smackbound, you do a lot of the heavy stuff. Not that there's not some mellow stuff there too, but your style. You also have your style on your solo album, but that has a broader range of stuff. So do you find that your music that you like doing the different variety, or do you have a specific style that you like the best? Or I'm just curious.
No, I don't have any style that I like more than the others. For me, it's about the freedom as an artist to be versatile and be able to do different kind of things, because good music is good music despite the genre.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like a playground, and I get to play with different, music itself is one playground, and then good music is a smaller playground, and then I try to get in there, and then I just want to play with all the toys.
Yeah. Hey, that sounds like some I would have said when I'm young. I want to play with my toys.
Yeah. It's, today it's Barbie and tomorrow it's a car,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or me, vinyl.
That's how it goes. Yeah, vinyl. As a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I never outgrew vinyl.
That's great. It's a great thing
Yeah,
to have.
I noticed that you do a Whitney Houston show also.
Yes. Hopefully. Let's believe in the COVID situation staying in such a state as it is now, so the theaters are open. So but I'm supposed to do Whitney Houston concerts here in Helsinki this fall, closer to Christmas.
Yeah, I saw that and I go, man, she sings Whitney Houston. I got to hear that.
You
also.
Oh shit! You got sorry.
Yeah, I'm in America, man. Oh, you can cuss all you want on here. We don't care.
Yeah. We have to Zoom the concerts.
Yeah, that's what a lot of bands are doing. They're doing streaming concerts right now and getting people to get on there. And I'm going, dang. I hope it doesn't turn out to be this way forever, man, because I like to go to concerts. I like to see the band live. I like to get the feel of the crowd and just scream with them,
Yeah, I would. If you ever come to New York, I'd like to see your band. If you ever, do you ever play, or would you ever play in the States?
Yeah, hopefully after everything clears out, we do hope so that there's as long as this situation dissolves, hopefully in a good way. Yeah. So we can kind of get back to the new norm, but hopefully the new norm includes live gigs. Yeah.
I saw people taking a chance in Sturgis. Jackal was playing to a huge crowd, and I go, oh boy. I hope this doesn't turn out bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, I was gonna say, like, when Mark mentioned, and I saw too, the thing about the Whitney Houston concert, like I thought I had heard a little bit of, also, like, I was thinking some of the stuff sounded a little bit Mariah Carey-ish, but it or soulful and R&B. But I also heard some what sounded maybe like an influence of Bonnie Raitt and Joan Osborne a little bit. It has kind of a little of your solo stuff has a little of the kind of like the bluesy R&B style of the old style of Bonnie Raitt and some of Joan Osborne, I thought.
Yeah. Well, that might be very true, and it is true, because I devoured blues and R&B when I was in my teens. So
wow, yeah.
So that's really influenced everything, because that was my favorite style back then.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite bands or a favorite album by any chance, by any particular group? I always like to ask that. In general,
in that genre.
In general, or maybe from the 70s, or a favorite blues album, or you can answer however you'd like.
Yeah, well, my answer is my favorite band is Pain of Salvation from Sweden.
Oh, okay.
It's a progressive metal band, but they're genius in how they can really take the listener from the point A to point B with the emotions, and they are just great.
Well,
and their music is very emotional, and it's very beautiful. So that's my favorite band. It's not from the 70s though. But,
that's fine.
But an all-time favorite, yeah. And then of course there's tons of artists, but I there's two things that I listen to. When I listen to more like heavy and rock and metal, I listen to a lot of the singer's sound is very important to me. So I kind of pick my bands on the terms of the singer's sound. That's how it's always like, if I don't like the singer's sound, I can't listen to the music. Yeah. So that's what happens to me.
That's totally me. It's like I'll hear a song, and then all the music's playing. Oh, this is pretty groovy. And all of a sudden, the singer starts going, "Rah, rah," and I go, "Okay, Cookie Monster, time to change this." I need melody and I need lyrics. If there's no melody and there's no good lyrics, and I can't sing along to it, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. And also, the sound needs to be something that, I don't know, your soul enjoys listening. It's, you can't help it. You either love someone's speaking or singing voice, or you don't. There's no escaping that. And it's very personal. Someone likes this and the other one likes something else. But for me, it's like I like Russell Allen's voice, Freddie Mercury's voice. Like, if you look back at 70s, I might say Queen. The Queen is, Queen is a great band from back there. Of course, there's everything like Led Zeppelin and all those great guys. And Dio, I love Dio. But then again, I also like Frank Sinatra.
Oh, all right.
Love Leonard Cohen. I love Damien Rice. So
all right.
It's like, and like you heard the influence of course, I love Janis Joplin. Mariah Carey was a big influencer on me on my team. Right. I really loved both her music and her voice because she's a great songwriter, and the earlier albums were just fantastic. I like the kind of musical style to them. Like, they are very, not in the pop format, but more like musical songs in a way.
Yeah, like you were talking about earlier about progressive metal. That's my favorite genre: progressive rock, progressive metal. Like bands like Rush, Queensryche, Pink Floyd. Yes, those are my favorite bands. But I also love the '80s, '70s metal with Aerosmith, Dio, Whitesnake, all that stuff like that. And when I was going on YouTube, I always go on YouTube to look for music. I went to the Frontiers site because I like a lot of the art. Frontiers takes a lot of old artists and brings out new artists back. And I went there and I saw your band and I started getting in and I went and bought the CD and it really hit me hard. Your voice, the way your band plays, your guitar player rips. He kind of reminds me of John Norum from Europe. It's like
cool.
Yeah, so
I have to tell him that.
I love John Norum. Europe in the 80s was like a little made fun of here with all the keyboards and stuff, but they came back in 2004 and just ripped. And I've always loved everything they've done, so I got made fun of that in school.
Yeah, that's awful, but that happened. Yeah, that happened also in here, in Europe and in Finland. But you know, it's when something becomes so popular, then there's always that kind of a backflash to it, or slash to it, how you say it.
Yeah.
So they were so big that they handled the joking around, you know.
Yeah, the thing is, in America, Europe is getting bigger again. They were actually going to tour with Foreigner. And that got canceled because of COVID. Yeah. And I was like telling my wife, I want to go see Europe. I said, we already saw Foreigner. I don't care about Foreigner. I want to see Europe.
It is a great band.
Yeah,
I really do think so. Actually, the whole band loves Europe, so.
It's just weird here in America. Things like, they like hard rock, they like metal, and all of a sudden it turns to grunge, and then it goes to R&B, the boy bands and all that. It's like America's attention span is on to the next thing. And I've noticed with bands in Europe, or American bands who are liked in Europe, they still have the same popularity there that they did when they came out. Same thing in Japan. It's like we turn our attention spans away from these bands and don't support them. It's like a band called Mr. Big. In America, they'll play small clubs, but they'll go to Europe and Japan and sell out arenas. It just pisses me off in America that they keep turning away from good music and bringing in this stuff that doesn't have any meaning anymore.
Yeah, that's true, and I think it's happening everywhere that this culture of how we use music and how we listen to music nowadays is very quickly eaten. Like, I don't say but it's a chain restaurant kind of thing that everything gets consumed fast, and it's very simple and it's without so much thought behind it.
It's like people want to have their hamburger, but they don't want the lobster.
Exactly. Yeah, it takes time. The lobster takes too much time. It's too difficult to eat, and it's more expensive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
I actually wanted to ask you, how did you get your the name for the band?
Thanks to my insomnia, I stay awake a lot, and it just came to my mind. I was trying to figure out something that doesn't exist yet. I was trying to find a word that doesn't exist, but it feels like it means something. So you kind of, that it really gives an idea to a person that it has to mean this. Like, you get a feeling out of it.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. So I was trying to figure out how I can get that truth, like, hits you hard. I was trying to find a word for that. I'm like, it's smacking. I want to smack, I want to smack.
Yeah.
And then I was just stuck with the smack word, and I was like, okay, smack, but it's not enough. It has to be more, and smack is a word. So I have to do something else. And then I was like, Smackdown is very bad. No, I'm not going to take that, because that's a word that has already exists, and it goes kind of, I don't want to say that straight away, that. And then I was then all of a sudden I came up with the word bound, like in Bound to Happen. That's what I was thinking when I was lying in the bed at 4 a.m.
It's a really cool and memorable name.
Yeah, thank you. It has divided people, but hopefully it works the way that I I was planning it to work so you can remember it, and it's, you know, one of a kind, but has kind of a ringing bell to it, like how you feel afterwards. So it's the meaning is kind of, I realized that I have to put them into one word. Kind of, it's bound to smack you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already waiting for a new album. This album is awesome.
Cool. That's nice to hear. We're actually writing it.
Oh, nice.
Now, thanks to the corona, we're trying to use this time to get the next album ready, because we kind of lost all the gigs with this first album.
Yeah, like Lee was saying, I'd like to see you guys in America. Your label has a lot of good bands like Night Ranger, Whitesnake, and stuff like that. Maybe they could get you on like an opening gig with them.
Yeah, let's hope so. I gotta make a call.
Yeah, say, hey man,
yeah,
you got a lot of bands on this label. Even Striper. I don't know if you've heard of Striper.
Yeah.
Michael Sweet has one of the best voices I've ever heard in my life, and for a 50-year-old, he can still hit those notes. Like, damn.
That's true.
Yeah,
it would be awesome to tour or even do just one gig with some of those great ones.
Yeah, I would like to see you guys. I love going to shows, and I had 4 shows lined up, and they all got canceled or rescheduled. And it was like, I was even going to go to that Motley Crue Def Leppard concert they were doing.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. It's a bummer. Everything, the 2020 got canceled in a way.
Yes. Your album is aptly named, and what you said in the back. Did you write that before COVID happened?
Yeah, before. Yeah. Way before.
You're being Nostradamus there.
Yeah. I think I wished too strongly because I wanted people to have time to reflect. So we were really given time to reflect, turn inwards, because everybody had to stay home.
Yeah, and it's like everybody's staying home and getting meaner on social media.
Yeah, that's not what I really was asking for people to. What I hoped to say on the album was to really do the work with yourselves to the way to find happiness.
That's what I said. That's what I got from your lyrics. It's like you're bringing up to go to the power within yourself, to be the wolf and not a sheep. I got that from your lyrics. Because the whole album is about power. That you have your power. That you don't have to lend it to anybody else. That's what I got out of your lyrics.
Yeah, and that is true. And but the power doesn't mean any power towards other people, but the power towards yourself.
Yeah.
And the power to be brave and courageous and truthful and honest, and the power to find and listen to your own voice, and that way find your own path for life and happiness.
It sounds like to stand up for yourself, and don't let it make your own happy. Don't let people tell you how to live.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the way.
And my favorite songs on the album, I mean, they're all really cool, but I especially like The Game and Those Who Burn and Run. Those 3 really are really cool. And I also love the video to Run, where first you're jumping up, with the guitar and stuff. I like how you look, your style and your attitude and just the intensity. And then it's really cool when you're on the drums and you're looking like, I'm not someone who you can just mess with. I mean business. And so I thought that the song and the video worked really well together, and it was really cool.
Thank you. That's good to hear, because I follow my intuition and try to really find a way to put the message of the song out there in a way that it can be picked up.
Yeah, it made me wonder whether or not you played all the instruments because you're the only one there, or if you did the drums, or if you just decided that was the way to do the video, because it does work.
Yeah, I know. Rolle or Rolf Rolle was standing next to me. The drummer was standing next to me and just checking that everything goes correctly. So,
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
yeah. So it's only for the video. Rolf plays the drums on the album.
He's a great drummer
Cool.
too. Your whole band has that groove. I like music with groove in it, you know, that can move you. Your music moves me. When I first heard the song "Drive It Like You Stole It" and saw the video, it's like that driving groove you guys have on that song, and I go, I need to hear more of this band. That's the kind of groove I'm into. And
when I first heard "Drive It When You Stole It," I was like, yeah. And then I saw the video with your confidence and the way the whole group looks like they mean business. I went, yeah, this is definitely a cool new group that I would like to hear more of.
That's so good to hear. The video of "Try It Like You Stole It" is, the whole meaning was to, because the guys don't dance.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, it's the thing was, like, we drove it like we stole it. So we stole it from another genre. Like we this dancing boy band all of a sudden, and that was the whole thing, that we, with the humor and self-sarcasm, we kind of put it in there, and we owned it. We did it with, you know, we went to a dance class before the shootings. We rehearsed, and then this was the result of the guys dancing for the first time in their lives.
It makes me think of when I used to go into bars and stuff, and the women would be dancing like really wild and stuff, and the only thing the guys would do is tap their foot and snap their finger. But because the women were dancing so much, nobody realized the men were almost like statues, except they just tapped their foot and snapped their fingers, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, so the whole idea was to, you know, come out of your comfort zone and just own it. Yeah. So I just told the guys, like, are you okay with dancing? Because we're gonna dance. We're gonna be a boy band now. And they were like,
right on.
Hell yeah.
Were they thinking, oh boy?
No, they were actually really excited, because I forced them to dance, and I think they always have a dream of being able to dance, and now because somebody forced them to dance, they
it made me, it was like a joke, like, oh boy, band.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the Van Halen video "Hot for Teacher" where they're dancing.
Yeah.
And Alex Van Halen doesn't know what he's doing. He's going the wrong way. You guys at least had it down perfect. It took classes. I think they just did that on the fly.
Yeah. It's all about the attitude, you know. When you're doing something, just do it, you know.
Yeah, and sometimes that's when it's done really well, when it's like, oh, I didn't even think about it, but it worked great.
Yeah. And we ended up, in the video shoot, making our own dance routines, like from the head. Like, okay, let's do like this. And it just evolved to a whole different thing during the shooting.
You guys are really good when you're standing all at one with your arms flailing around. That was awesome. I like that part.
Yeah. There's some good stuff in there.
So I wanted to ask you about the album cover art, and then the inside album cover with the whole band. Were you guys all covered in mud?
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind that?
Well, it's from the same set as the music video of the game, where we are these statues.
Oh yeah,
statues.
I remember. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty cool.
So it is taken the same day.
Was that pretty uncomfortable to be in that mud?
No, it was kind of itching. But I think after we took it off, I think we all had, better skin and softer hair.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a good thing. But it was funny. We were laughing our asses off because it was a really weird situation, because we had to, put it on each other. So everybody was playing everyone else. And we were just laughing because it was weird, even though we're Finns, so we're used to, where the culture is different from like what you have in the States. So we go to the sauna together. So it's different, but still it was weird because we were just, we were laughing because we didn't know how to react to someone else putting clay on your naked body. So it was fun and weird. But actually when we were ready and we went to shoot the film and got in front of the director and we put the game on, it was a very beautiful and humbling experience because somehow we were more naked than being naked. We were like open because we didn't see each other. We were in the darkness and we didn't see each other, but we felt each other's back. So that was the only way we were moving. We were like going around in a circle, so that we were just circling around with our backs touching each other's shoulders. So, and the game was playing, and it was something very unique what happened there. So I don't know. It was a great experience for the whole band because there was something very beautiful in it.
Yeah.
So,
and
something
I find
sacred,
it seems like all the videos have a little bit of a difference in it, that one had at a scene like that, where it was a more of a stillness to it, and then other videos have more of a wildness, more like a real movement. So I can see how the variety goes also to the videos, that the videos have a bit of difference as well as the music, that your music has a variety. So it's like as if you're doing variety, not variety to the extreme, but showing different colors of things,
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I plan all the videos that we do.
Oh wow!
So I just try to really get the song's soul visible.
Yeah.
And the game has that kind of soul. It's a heartbreaking situation, which means dying and stillness. And then again, Wall of Silence and Run has totally different energy to it. And Those Who Burn, Wall of Silence is like an angry teacher telling something. It's a very different vibe to it, and also Run, and they are all just trying to really catch the soul of the song.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's why I could hear like some electronic stuff and also a little bit of the funk, like a little bit of funk. And some of it reminded me a little bit of like if Kate Bush went metal,
Yeah.
And then there was also a really more mellow gentleness in a couple of the songs that it didn't remind me of anyone else. It sounded like you, but it still had that vibe of maybe like a orchestral singer-songwriter type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm wondering who writes the songs? Do you all write them together, or do you write some and other people write some? And is the process different in your solo work as opposed to Smackbound, or I'm just curious about
the solo work
thing.
Yeah, there's with Smackbound. We write the songs as a band.
Okay.
So usually there's always me, Tuomas, and Vili, so keyboardist and bass player. So the three of us, and Teemu and Rolle whenever they can get there. So it depends because they are touring more with the other bands like Stratovarius and Winter Sun. So the three of us usually write the songs, and I write the lyrics alone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was reading in there, that you wrote all the lyrics except one song. You had a co-writer with you.
No, actually, I write all the lyrics, but in Those Who Burn, I wrote the song, not the lyrics, but with my husband, Nice. So that's the two of us done. The two of us did Those Who Burn. All of the other songs are written by the band, and all the lyrics are mine. Yeah.
You guys are like a Finnish super band with all the other guys from other bands in there.
Yeah. They have also other bands.
I've heard of Stradivarius. I haven't heard them, but I heard of them. So
yeah.
And I like and I like a lot of Finnish music, a lot of Scandinavian. Like for me, I also like the classical stuff from Scandinavia, especially Finland. Like I like the composer Sibelius, and there's a guy named Rotavara who's done some really good stuff. So I listen to them a lot.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's great. Yeah, both are great. I love them too.
Yeah.
And if it comes to my solo material, I write that 100% myself. So that's the.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Lost and Found is all mine. So, and in Smackbound there's. Yeah.
I just like how your voice can get all smooth, and then you could just go growl. Like when you did Pantera's Walk, I go, man, she's got that growl, that Phil Anselmo growl. And it's like, this is awesome.
Well, it's it's what's said in that song that makes the growl.
Yeah. You had it down. You made it your own version of it, which was cool. You just didn't copy them. And are you guys going to release an album of all those songs that you did on the?
Well, I don't know. We don't have a plan for that, but who knows?
I think those should be released, man, because those are really good. I really like the Dio "Don't Talk to Strangers." You're all smooth, and then at the end you hit that high note. I go, can she do the high note? Oh, she did the high note. I was like, yes.
Thank you. Let's see what happens. Maybe one day we'll put them out on an album.
Smackbound cover album. When you guys make a few albums. A lot of bands. Striper did one. A lot of bands do cover albums. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
We have to discuss about that, but maybe just a little bit later. Maybe we need a few albums more.
Yeah, a few albums more. I hope you guys do a few albums more. I'm really looking forward to this. Just can't have one and done. Like some bands do lately.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's hope so. We are doing the second album, so hopefully it'll get out next year.
Nice.
So
right on.
We're going on to and I just realized that I didn't answer the question about the cover. It's from the game video shoot, but why we chose that cover was because we're asking for people to be brave enough to show themselves truthfully and being able to be vulnerable. So I just wanted to do that first.
I really like the cover. I like the artwork. You guys said only you and Timu are the ones who are really thanking you, but the other guys are pretty short of words.
Yeah, they're fans.
Yeah. You and Timu are writing everything here. All his strings.
Yeah.
And Rolf and Villy are just bum, bum, bum.
Maybe it's because the music is what they speak the loudest.
Maybe.
Like that.
Yeah, that's true, and of course there's natural. I wanted to make sure that I actually thank everyone involved in this this album because it's my baby. So it's been a long 5 years, starting the band and getting the guys to join the band and everybody that has been involved in this. So I just wanted to make sure that I don't forget anyone because it's important to realize that we don't survive by ourselves. We always need people and we need to honor and respect everyone that are in our lives. And Teemu probably has so much business going on that I think his thank yous goes to the companies,
Yeah.
But that's all.
Oh, yeah.
also thanking the ones that have helped him on his journey. So, yeah, but yeah, that about this album. Yeah, it was for me. It was about this, that if I do something first, it's more easy for people to also, follow the lead to show yourself broken and, see that nothing happens, that it's a safe place to be, that it's okay.
Yeah, it's like Lee always tells me I'm into the lyrics and he's into the music. And I read all your lyrics and I really enjoyed them. They said it's not like you're repeating words over and over, like boom, 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 or whatever. You actually write something that's heartfelt and has soul into it. And I really thank you for that, because it's very...
You're welcome.
A lot of groups don't do this anymore. A lot of groups just go wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and just get something that sounds good and don't even get into the lyrics anymore.
Well, I did actually, for a few songs, or a couple songs, I did, while the music was on, is I also looked at the lyrics. I looked them up, so I was able to see what Mark is saying. And I like sometimes lyrics. It's just like sometimes I'll kind of kid with him and saying, oh, do you like that song only because of the lyrics? Because, I mean, listen to this music. Why would you like it if for the music? So it's just kind of a joke,
Yeah.
But yeah, he really does. I won't say study the lyrics, but he kind of really gets into them. Whereas I sometimes do, but I'm more of the kind of guy from, like, if it fits, more like if a song is great lyrics, but I don't really love the music, then I'm like, it might as well just be poetry to me. But yeah. I do like when, like, your songs, the music and the lyrics fit really well. So it's a double good thing.
Yeah, it might be poetry, but I think that in all good poetry, everything fits together. So
yeah.
So it's always about listening to the song, and then I always listen to the song first, and then I write the lyrics. I don't do the other way around.
Oh,
because
okay.
I feel the soul of the song, the music first, and then I know what it's about, and then I write it down.
I think all great lyricists do that. My favorite band, Rush, Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson, they wrote the music. And the drummer, he wrote all the lyrics. And I remember him saying that Geddy and Alex will give him music and he'll take it back and write lyrics to it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very... So for me, that's basically one reason why I listen to so many different kind of music, because I'm also looking for the lyrics, and then the genre doesn't matter. But I must say that in all good music where the lyrics are great, the music should also be connected to the lyrics and work for it, and the other way around. So both of them work together to get to a point which is bigger than the separate parts of the.
Yeah. And it's like U2, the drummer Larry Mullen Jr. Alice Cooper, he played on his album, and Larry wanted the lyrics, and he goes, "Why do you want the lyrics?" Because I plan my drum parts by the lyrics, not by the bass. And I go, wow.
Oh yeah.
That's
interesting.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Very interesting. So I guess he waits for Bono to write the lyrics, and he does his drum parts.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found it that it's better to do the music first, write the music first, and then the lyrics. Of course, I've done it other way around, because I do a lot of music for other artists also. So, but there might be a situation where I write the lyrics first, and then it goes to someone who makes the music for it, for example. But for me, I think the result is always better when you first concentrate on making a solid song, a solid structure with good harmonies and melodies. Then you have a song.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that the song is good. And then after that, depending on the mood. So I speak of soul, but depending on the mood of the song, I write the lyrics because I am just trying to portray the song.
Yeah. Yeah, and because like I also write songs too, and when I was younger, I was mostly like thinking of, when I was writing down the music, writing thinking of a melody and a good melody, and then I would think of the lyrics. Except once in a while, if I had a poem I wrote, then I wanted to do the music, then I would try and fit it, and sometimes I would do a little bit of both. But yeah, generally, if I got into the groove of sorry about that, of a music, then I can think of the sentiment for the words.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same thing. I've loved writing all my life, and I used to do a lot of poetry when I was a kid, and after that, and I've studied a lot of writing.
Right
so
on.
for me, it's very important to get that straight.
Yeah.
I believe I can't do, the easy way out of lyrics. Though, just do lines that sound cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Even though there's nothing bad about it, it's it's fine, but I can't do it. I'm too much of a perfectionist in that matter that I really want to get them right.
Hey, you don't do the Kiss way of lyrics. Hey, this sounds good.
No, but that's a successful way to do lyrics, though.
I know, but if you read it and you go, "Oh God, what were they thinking?" This is a cool song, and then you read the lyrics and you go, "Burn, bitch, burn, Gene, really?"
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's interesting, but yeah, it has nothing to do with how well the song does in the world.
Yeah. It's like there's two different ranges of lyrics. There's like Blue Oyster Cult, where they do some really weird lyrics. Like they could probably take an old cookbook from 1920 and just put it in poetic form, and it sounds good because they do it. And then there's like the Stooges, who, little doll, I like you, little doll, for about 6 minutes. But the way he does it's like, little doll, I love you, little doll, blah, blah. So instead of little doll, it could be blah 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 blah, but it works for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's true. It's like we have this Hurricanes band in Finland, famous in here back in the days, and basically they didn't know any English, but it sounds, but it's Spanglish, something. I don't know what it is. They're really not saying anything.
Finglish. I don't know.
Yeah.
They are emulating English, but it's like gibberish. It's nothing.
Yeah, well, that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, and I've always, when I was a kid, listening to them, and I didn't know English, I really thought that it's English, and when I started to learn English, I was like, okay, they must say this. I believe they are saying this one, but I don't really know if they're saying anything.
Yeah.
It's like,
but it's cool.
It's like that song by the Kingsmen, Louie Louie. You don't know what the hell they're saying, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
So, I think I don't want to spend too much of your time, Netta.
It's okay.
All right. I think we're having a little fun here. I just wanted to ask one more thing. What is? I think we already got this, but I'm going to ask you a question I'd like to ask anybody. What was the first album you bought with your own money?
With my own money?
Yeah, that your mom and dad didn't buy for you, or somebody. You just went out and got it. You had to have that album.
Gosh. Should I have that long of a memory? Wait. What was the first one? I do think that, no, I don't know if I had my own money when I was a teen. That's money that your parents give you. But
you went out and bought it. You took your the money you got and bought it.
Yeah, maybe from summer work. Is it my own money? Yeah. I really remember that it was very important for me back then to get the great, female singers doing power ballads back in my teens. I think that's my first time I had my own money that I picked up. But I can't remember which one was the first one, but I think I bought Mariah Carey. And I remember also going in and buying Khalees, if you know an R&B artist like Khalees from the States.
Yeah.
They were I think they were the first ones that I bought. But I have to tell one story. This was with my father's money, but very important because I fell in love, like the first time I really fell in love with a song that I was crying in a car and said to my father that I have to get this, but back then I didn't know any English and my father doesn't speak in English. So, we were going around the record shops and I was trying to sing the song. And of course it had no lyrics and I hardly remember because we had heard it once in a radio. So I was like, I was like this in a record shops and everybody's like, no, sorry, I don't know that song. And we went through a bunch of them. And then somebody said like, what's the song called? Like it sounds like this Eternal Flame.
Oh, the Bangles?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bangles. Yeah. And it was that.
Nice.
And it took me like 12 record shops. I was crying and trying to sing it, and I felt humiliated because I didn't really know how the song goes. But I just wanted it, and I have to give it to my father for having the patience of going through all the shops and me singing to the clerks. Because we finally got it, and I still love that song. It's a beautiful song.
That's a great band,
wow.
too. I love the Bangles and the
Go-Go's. In fact, that reminds me of when one time I heard a song in the CD store, and I wasn't sure who the group was, and I went, wow, who's that? And I forget about whether I asked them or not, but I was like, I wish I had that song. That's cool. And then I realized I actually had it on a collection somewhere, but I had so many albums that I forgot that I had it,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this happened. This wasn't exactly my first bought with my own money, but that was the first time I really, really fell in love with the song.
Wow.
Do you know the band Heart?
Yeah, sure.
And
love
Wilson's
them.
voice? I think you could do Barracuda really well.
Yeah, I've actually sung that.
Or Crazy on You, or Pat Benatar, stuff like that. Yeah. Those are bands that I saw when I was a kid a lot. I saw Pat Benatar, REO Speedwagon, Tom Petty, and then Rush. And then when I saw Rush, it was over.
Oh.
I love drums. Yeah. And then when I saw that drummer just up there doing stuff I've never seen a drummer do in my life, I was like, oh my God. And then I read his lyrics. I go, oh my God, he writes the lyrics too? This is awesome.
That's so cool. Yeah, then have you heard us doing Alone from Heart?
No, I haven't heard that. I gotta hear that.
I did. I checked that out. I listened to some of it. Yeah, and you do a really good job. It's like you're faithful and sincere. It's like it doesn't sound like a carbon copy, but it sounds like, hey, if I didn't know that song and I heard you guys do it and they said that was an original, I would have believed it.
Yeah.
I just know your guitar player could do that riff on Barracuda really well.
Yeah.
I would like to hear him do that riff.
We have to cover that also.
Yeah, that's I could see you just killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Before we leave, I wanted to ask, because we want to play out with a couple of the songs on Smackbound. What two songs would you like us to play out with?
And that's a good. I get to choose this.
Yes, you get to choose.
Wow. Well, for me, the most important songs, if I can pick, you can't pick from your children. There's no favorites, but for me, it's Wall of Silence, The Game, and then maybe Close to Sober on third. But Wall of Silence and The Game are the two.
I could play the third.
Right on.
Got it right here. I'm circling these songs. I have them all written down here. I just want to thank you. You're very gracious, and thank you for coming on the show. I've just been getting a lot of since I got an interview with another group called the Pinpricks with Rania from a group from Germany. I just said, well, she sent me her music, and then I asked her, "You want to be on the podcast?" She said, "Yeah." And then I said, "I'm going to send messages to artists I like and see if they respond." And thank you for responding.
Yeah, of course. It's a pleasure. Thank you for letting people to hear our music. It's important.
On the Facebook group, on Facebook groups, I put up your music a lot in different rock groups, and you've been getting a lot of good response on comments. So.
Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you.
And I even put up I go, you guys like Dio, you'll like this. I put up Don't Talk to Strangers. Listen to that voice. She hits the notes. And they go, oh my God, she rocks. So.
Thank you. I love Dio and I love the song. It's so good. And the lyrics are so beautiful in that. It's like breaking the heart to just think about it, how much it's saying.
Yeah, if he would have got checked like 2 months earlier, he still would have been here with us for his cancer. Yeah. So that's sad.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I listened to Eddie Trunk. He's like a DJ here. He did that metal show. We never went there, but he was a really good friend of Dio. And they do a Dio Foundation thing every year where they go bowling in LA, and they have like bands come and play. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that was great work and fun, probably.
Yeah, you guys need to come down here and play the Sunset Strip, play the Whiskey or the Roxy, and get in there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to that. Really.
Yeah.
Let's hope that happens
soon. All right.
Sooner than later.
Yep.
I don't know what time. Do you want what is it called? Like a banner that I say hi, and you're listening to whatever you're listening to. Do you want this? What is it called? Like
a promo?
Yeah, or like somewhere in the middle of your show you want, or before you're playing our songs, you want to.
Oh yeah.
Me to say something?
Yeah, let me say goodbye and stop this recording and do that separate. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Netta, for coming on. We're going to play your songs, Wall of Silence, Close to Sober, and The Game to play us out with. And thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Netta Laurenne from Smackbound. Greetings from Finland. You're listening to Freeform Rock Podcast, and the next song you're going to hear is Close to Sober.
Close to sober, shouldn't be here. I was supposed to walk the line. Close to sober, just give me some time to clear up my mind and leave. No, my wine ain't strong enough to erase the feeling of being self-deceiving, claiming I am tough. Yet all the little stories that I tell to drown the sound of something screaming deep in this bed I should sleep in still have me holding out. I will deny my crime. There's no love inside. I'm not yours till the end of time. Close to sober, shouldn't be here. I was supposed to walk the line. Close excruciating from the way you slaying my heart to the ground. And all the little stories, how you want us to be one. Also unauthentic, still run to you frantic. Look where it got me now. I will deny my crime. There's no love inside. I am numb. Laid you just for fun. Now I hide. Let the truth subside. That I'm yours till the end of time. Close to sober, shouldn't be right. Was supposed to walk the line. Close to sober, just give me some time to clear up my mind and leave what's standing tall. I'm not one to cry, not the one to fall, not the
You have just listened to the Freeform Rock Podcast. All music played on the Freeform Rock Podcast belongs to its owner. If you like it, go out and buy it. Get your music on Amazon, iTunes, or at your local record store. Support what you love. Support the artist by seeing them live. Purchase their music. The Freeform Rock Podcast is not affiliated with any of the artists or music that we play. Thank you for listening to the Freeform Rock Podcast. We'll see you on the next episode. Until next time, stay free and rock on.